You know,
Wow.
when do you restore a car? When do you pay somebody to restore a car? You know? How much time do you have? How much money do you have?
This is a 72 Cutless. Doing a frame off restoration.
Well, first of all, no, it's a one-owner car. Was given to me from my uncle. And when the car was complete, it didn't look that bad. Had a vinyl top, the top was rusted. So there was some cancer issues that were visible. Obviously, you can see in the lower quarters and stuff. But you couldn't tell there was damage to the floorboard. The carpet, original carpet was still good. The interior was fair. Everything was working on the car. It was a complete car, but it had overheated. They parked it. They're from Los Angeles.
When to restore.
When to restore.
Or
when not to restore.
When to hire somebody.
When to hire somebody, or when to say, I'm done. This is going to have to be a parts car. Under my situation, I don't have the time. I don't have the money. But, you know, somewhat of an obligation, you know, to...
He built his old dolly to move the car around.
I'm going to restore the car. I'm not going to pay anybody to do it. I'm going to try to do everything here in my garage. I made it specifically for this car. It could be a 68 through 72 GM A-body.
Oh, is it bolted down anywhere?
It's resting on the right here where it's resting. So you can move it. One person can move it.
Yeah. So we have this car on the lift. This helps.
Yeah, a lot. Because
and we have some other parts over here. Right here's the. And explain about this, Jim. This right here.
Yeah. Initially, I was going to restore the car from the front clip, rebuild the motor, clean up the front end. That way I can drive it in and out of the garage, move it around, and then it'll be a long-term project. I'll work on bits and pieces throughout the years. But as I got into restoring the car, there was surface rust, which is common on 70s cars, that it was just so much cleaning, so much, I mean, your hinges, they were surface rust. And then I had to grind them, wire wheel them, and hit them with the buffing wire wheel. And then I got single stage chassis black acrylic enamel paint, and it gave a somewhat of a powder coated appearance, but it's better than rattle can.
And we got these over here also that were acrylic, painted with acrylic. These were not.
Yeah.
These were not powder coated.
No. But it's a nice finish. It's a nice durable finish.
So there it is, guys. How many hours have you spent so far?
I lost track of the hours. It's like if I would have had to pay somebody,
if you like doing this kind of work, and it's got to be your hobby, it's got to be something you love to do because it's a lot of work.
And if you pay somebody to do it, you know, is it worth, you know, even doing, how you say, dealing with all the expenses, paying somebody to do it, and then are they reputable? A lot of times they're going to keep the car, collect some money up front, and then you go 3 months later, they may say this is going to be a year project. It turns into a 3-year project, and then you go by and check out your project that all your money you're putting into, and then they see you driving up, and then all of a sudden they happen to go and then start sanding the car, working on the car, you know, and then you know, but then it's in the same condition that you went last time, you know. So, and I know that by experience, from personal experience and other people's experience.
So this is when to restore or when not to restore.
And that's the big thing right here. Time, money. Watch out for that. Because if you're married, it's not all your money. It's yours and your wife's. She has a big say-so on what happens to the
Here's
money.
the parts that still need to be done. Wow. So
Everything. Let me get this from not collapsing. Save everything, label everything. Save it, label it. I even saved the old water pump. All these bolts, when I put the new one back on, these are going to be new bolts, but the size of the bolts in each port, a lot of them are different. So, see, they're different. So, when you're doing it yourself,
you need the label.
you gotta label it. You gotta save everything. You can get these at Harbor Freight for $10, and you can get this cup brush for $5 or $6. And then you just have your eye protection, ear protection, gloves, the whole bit, and you just start hitting that thing till it's just shiny and clean.
You got the time and the money
You wanna-
and the patience.
It's how far do you want to take it? You know?
This is the roof to the car.
And of course, there's going to be some trimming and whatnot that has to be.
And when you're doing this, working at home, in your garage, when it's time to take a break, make sure you have this. Very, very important. Oh. So that helps out, guys.
Hey, anybody like Dark Modelo? That shit sucks.